$80,000 for this 2025 1500 with the 6.2. Yeah, it's a ZR2, but it's way too much money, and to have the issues with the 6.2. Whether you go with the 6.2 or the 5.3, it's been nothing but issues, unfortunately, because of dynamic fuel management, active fuel management, all this stuff. But let's look at more of a cheaper truck. Let's see how much it costs, because they're not cheap. Either way you go, it's pretty crazy price-wise, but hey, at least it's better than Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, I guess. $58,000 for the 5.3 2025. Insane prices, and to have the reliability issues with that 5.3, it's not like you can trust it 100%. And it's sad, because spending this kind of money, you should. And General Motors is investing in a V8, a new V8. Hopefully they can figure out how to build one reliable. I think that should be the main priority. And then also lowering some of these prices, because it's completely insane. Now, we are also looking for addendum stickers or any sort of add-ons, because we always look for that, and I'm not seeing that. So that is a good thing that this dealer doesn't do. Let's see here. See what we got. $36,000, 2025 two-wheel drive WT crew cab with a 4-cylinder turbo, $40,000 Colorados. That's the reality of the situation. You're paying 40 grand. Now let's look at this one. This is steel wheels, base model Colorado. Let's see what we're working with here. Wow, that's crazy. $35,000. Two-wheel drive. I mean, come on. Does that even make sense? You used to get a V6, now you're getting the 4-cylinder turbo, and you're paying $40,000. So the price went up, and this is just, steel wheels, work truck here, Colorado, for 40 grand basically. And depending on what state you're in, you're gonna be well over that after tax and getting it tagged and everything. It's gonna be very expensive. So that's insane, actually. Let me look. I've never seen this color Colorado before, but I'm guessing it's gonna be 40, 50 grand. Let's see what we're working with here. Yeah, 36. Wow, they know exactly where they want to be. Looks like it's another, yeah, that base model WT trim with maybe some wheels on it. Still insane prices. I don't understand it at all. And just to know that General Motors, I mean, you know, they took a huge bailout. So the government bailed them out. They would have been in big trouble if it wasn't for the government helping them out. And so now they found a way to take full advantage of the situation and make as much profit per vehicle and get it built as cheap as they can. These vehicles are not built the highest quality. They're built as cheap as General Motors can. They're worried more about shareholders than they are their actual customers purchasing this truck. They honestly care less. Now here we go. We're finally getting, here we go, $48,000. Still too much money, but hey, at least it's a 4-wheel drive. It's still a 4-cylinder truck. Yeah, that's a 4-cylinder, full-size truck. That's what you're paying, and we've seen them a lot more than that. But still, it's too much money for what you're getting. It is what it is. And to know that General Motors made so many mistakes, and anytime they make a mistake, they just get bailed out, or they're going to do a little recall, like with the 5.3 and the 6.2. They're only doing the 6.2, and it's just for certain years, this and that. Everybody should get a new engine, but they're not. They're just going to get thicker oil and maybe a longer warranty. It's pretty dang crazy. The inventory that's been sitting the longest at this dealership, according to Car Edge, is the actual fleet section. I saw over 500 days on some of those box trucks, so they can't sell them at all. Very overpriced no matter which way you go, because even the work trucks now are getting expensive. Even the base models are getting expensive. So that's when you know they went a completely different direction. Now they redesigned some models up here, like I think the Traverse, this and that. And anytime they redesign it, like the Colorado, like this and that, they're getting rid of the V6 option. And I think now it only has a turbocharged option, but still, the price probably went up to the moon, combined with who knows about reliability. But a lot of people don't keep them for a long time anyways. But let's see what we're working with here. Let's see, yeah, $46,000. Yeah, 2.5 turbo, 2025 Traverse. Yeah, I mean, I've seen these things upwards of $60,000+. So we might see one. We'll just have to see. But yeah, it doesn't make much sense when it comes to getting rid of the V6. I think that was a bad idea, personally. Let's see what this one is. Too expensive. There's just no way around it. And think about the resale value with these Traverses and all this stuff. Not the best resale value. Here we go. Getting to $44,000. LT, we've seen a lot worse though. We've literally seen $70,000 Traverses. So to even see one in the 40s is better than what they've been. I can't complain. But we've seen a lot worse. And luckily, this dealer's not adding addendum stickers. That's the big thing that we're looking for. Addendum stickers, add-ons, any sort of extra cost that they give to the customer that provides no value. I'm not seeing that. So that is a positive you got to be careful. But if you are buying any of these Chevys, you would get a huge discount. There's just no way around it. Huge discount. Equinox, Traverse, no matter what you're doing. Look at this, $33,000 for a 2026 Equinox. And it shows 2026s are here. That is a fact. And it's at the same time as like that Ford dealership over there, it has 2023s in the lot. At the same time as this Chevy dealership has 2026s. Way overpriced. I mean, $40,000 Equinoxes, pretty dang crazy. Traverses are 40 plus grand as well. Even a base model Colorado, you guys saw, was 40 something grand basically. So everything's too expensive. It doesn't make sense. They have reliability issues with their V8s that they need to fix because people still want the V8, but they want it to be reliable. That's the thing. And not 50, 60, 70 grand for just a base model truck. Let me know what you think. Have a great day and stay blessed.